Good morning. I recently heard a legend from a Scottish legend. It's called The Key of the Vault. And it's a story about a young mountaineer, Scottish boy that was out on the mountain. And as he was walking along, all of a sudden he saw this little flower standing all by itself. It was exquisitely beautiful. He stopped and he admired it and he looked at it. And he got down on his hands and knees and finally sat down and he looked at it and he examined it closely, and then very carefully reached down, and he liked it so much that he very carefully dug around until he was able to gently lift it out of the soil. And when he lifted it out of the soil, all of a sudden there was a creaking, and very quietly some doors opened in the side of the mountain, and there was the vault of the mountain. And as he looked inside, he saw gold and diamonds and sapphires and rubies. There was no end to them. And he walked inside and he looked at them, and he reached down and he began to gather them in his arms. And when he gathered them in his arms, he got ready to turn and go out. And as he turned to go out, he heard a voice say, "Don't forget the best. Don't forget the best." And with that, he turned around and he looked to see what was better, and he kept looking everywhere for what was better, and he couldn't see it. And finally he turned again to go out of the cave, and as he turned, the voice said, "Don't forget the best." And with that, he walked on out of the cave, and as he walked out of the cave, all of a sudden he heard the doors close, and he turned and looked at his treasure, and it all turned to soil. And he heard a voice say to him, "The key to the vault was the flower. Don't forget the best." How often in our lives do we have a key that would open our lives so that we could discover all the reality and joy that could be a part of our lives, but we forget. We begin to look for money, for treasure. We look for happiness in somebody else. We look everywhere for what we really need, what we really need is found in the Master, found in God the Father, found in the fact that we can trust and have faith, and that faith is the key. Faith is the flower that will open our lives so that we can be all that we ever dreamed to be. I'm praying that God will teach you that lesson today. God bless you.